Long ago in a land called Egypt, there was a city named Alexandria. It was not an ordinary city. It was one of the greatest cities in the ancient world. People came from faraway lands just to see it. Merchants, scholars, sailors, and kings all knew its name. But hidden inside this great city was something even more amazing, a place so powerful, so full of knowledge, that people called it the greatest library in history. This was the famous Library of Alexandria. But there is a secret story that most people do not know, a story about a hidden part of the library. A secret library inside the library, a place where the most dangerous, powerful, and forgotten knowledge was kept. And this is that story. Alexandria was built near the sea. The water was blue and endless. Big ships came and left every day. The city was full of life. At night, lamps made the streets glow like stars on earth. That is why people called it the City of Light. In this city, there was a young boy named Kalos. Kalos was not rich. He was not powerful. He worked at the harbour carrying small bags and cleaning ship decks. But Kalos had one big dream. He wanted to read every book in the world. He wanted to understand everything: stars, oceans, animals, storms, and even time itself. Every night after work, Kalos would sit near the sea and watch the stars, and he would whisper, "One day I will enter the great library." But Kalos did not know that the great library had a secret. The Library of Alexandria was like nothing in the world. It had thousands and thousands of scrolls. Some were written in Greek, some in Egyptian, some in languages nobody could read anymore. Inside the library, scholars worked day and night. They studied medicine, math, stars, and maps of the world. People said, if knowledge is power, then this place is the most powerful place on earth. But there were rumors too, whispers in the streets. Old sailors said the library had a hidden section, a place not open to normal people, a place where dangerous knowledge was stored, books that could change the mind of a king, books that could destroy nations, books that were never meant to be read. Most people laughed at these stories, but Kalos believed them, and one night everything changed. One evening Kalos was working late at the harbour. A strange man arrived on a ship. He wore a dark robe and carried a wooden box. He looked tired and scared. The man dropped the box near Kalos and whispered, "Hide this before they find me." Then he disappeared into the crowd. Kalos was confused. His heart was beating fast. He looked around. No one saw. Slowly, he opened the box. Inside was a scroll, but this was not an ordinary scroll. The writing glowed faintly in the dark, and the paper felt warm, like it was alive. On the scroll there was only one sentence: "The truth is not in the light, it is beneath it." That night, Kalos could not sleep. He kept thinking about the message. What did it mean? And who was the man? The next day, Kalos went to the great library. He had never been inside before. The building was huge. Tall pillars touched the sky. Inside, the air smelled like old paper and dust. A librarian saw him and asked, "Why are you here, boy?" Kalos lied, "I'm delivering supplies." The librarian nodded and let him pass. Kalos walked slowly through the halls. Books were everywhere. Higher and higher shelves reached into darkness. But then he saw something strange. A wall that did not match the others. It looked new, too new for such an old building. On the wall there was a symbol, a circle with a line through it, the same symbol from the glowing scroll. Kalos touched it. The stone moved. Slowly, a hidden door opened. Cold air came out. A staircase led down into darkness. Kalos swallowed and stepped inside. The stairs went deeper and deeper. There were no torches, no windows, only darkness. But the strange scroll in Carlos's hand began to glow softly. It lit the way. Step by step, he went down. The air became colder, quieter. It felt like the world above disappeared completely. Finally, he reached a giant underground hall, and what he saw made him freeze. Books. But not ordinary books. They were ancient. Some were locked in metal cages, some were floating inside glass containers filled with liquid. Some were chained to the walls. Carlos whispered, "What is this place?" A voice answered, "The truth you were never meant to find." Carlos turned around quickly. A woman stood behind him. She wore a white robe and had silver hair. Her eyes were calm but sharp. "I am the keeper," she said, "and you have entered the hidden library." The keeper explained everything. Long ago, the scholars of Alexandria discovered something dangerous. Knowledge is powerful, but some knowledge is too powerful. Some ideas can destroy minds, some truths can break reality. So they built a second library, deep underground, hidden from the world. This was the hidden library. Here were books that were banned, books that showed the future, books that revealed lost civilizations, books that could change a person forever. The keeper looked at Carlos. "You should not be here." But then she paused, because she saw something in him, curiosity, not greed, not evil, just a deep hunger to understand. The keeper led Carlos to a table. On it was a single book. It was black, with silver lines like stars. "This is the Book of Stars," she said. "It shows the true map of the universe." Carlos slowly opened it. At that moment, the room changed. The ceiling disappeared. Above him was the night sky, but not like any sky he had seen before. Planets moved in patterns, stars formed shapes like living creatures, galaxies spun like rivers of light. Carlos felt dizzy. He saw things he could not understand. Time moving like water, worlds being born and destroyed. Then suddenly, everything stopped. The book closed itself. Carlos fell to the ground. The keeper said softly, "This is why the hidden library exists. Not all minds are ready." The keeper became serious. "There are others who want this knowledge," she said. "They believe it can make them gods. If they find this place, everything will be destroyed." Carlos asked, "Why are you telling me this?" The keeper looked at him. "Because you found the door. That means the library has chosen you." At that moment, a loud sound echoed above them. The ground shook. Dust fell from the ceiling. Someone was breaking in. The hidden library was no longer safe. Soldiers entered the great library above. They were searching for something. The hidden library was shaking. Books fell from shelves. The keeper gave Carlos the glowing scroll. "Take this and run," Carlos said. "I can help you." But she shook her head. This place must not fall into their hands. She opened another hidden passage, a tunnel leading upward. "Go," she said. Carlos hesitated, then ran. Behind him, he heard shouting and breaking stone. The secret was being attacked. Carlos ran through the tunnel. His heart was racing. The scroll in his hand glowed brighter and brighter. Suddenly, symbols appeared in the air. They formed a map, a path. Carlos followed it. The tunnel twisted and turned. Finally, he saw light. He climbed up and reached the surface. He was outside the city walls. Behind him, Alexandria was still shining. But something had changed forever. He looked at the scroll. The words had changed. Now it said, "Knowledge survives through those who protect it." Days later, rumors spread. Parts of the great library had been damaged. Some said it was fire, some said it was war. But no one mentioned the hidden library, no one ever found it again. It vanished from history, like it never existed. But Kylos knew the truth. Deep underground, knowledge still lived, waiting, sleeping, hiding. Years passed. Kalos grew older. He became a scholar himself, but he never told anyone what he saw. Sometimes at night he would look at the stars and remember the Book of Stars and the Keeper and the hidden library beneath the world. He understood something important now. Knowledge is not just power, it is responsibility, and some secrets are meant to be protected, not shared. The Library of Alexandria may have been lost in history, but its greatest secret was never truly gone, because somewhere, in silence and darkness, a hidden library still waits, and maybe, one day, someone else will find the door again. If you enjoyed this story about the hidden secrets of the Library of Alexandria, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more mysterious and ancient storytelling. Comment below and tell us, do you think the secret library really existed? And if you want more long stories like this, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the mysteries of the world.